How did you and Arden meet?
We just kind of made out. KSI is coming into town again, and he wanted to do a collab. I'm not sure what.
Off. The pill.
Should we just clappy clap?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Off the Pill Podcast. The pill.
Why would you do that? We already have that in the beginning.
Yeah,
Didn't
maybe
it
I just like
sounds-
to re-sing it.
Yeah, I like it.
Anyway, getting straight to our sponsor again. We have a second round of SeatGeek, everybody. Thank you, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticket app that makes buying super simple. They put all tickets in one place so you can focus on what matters most to the live experience. You can find all events on SeatGeek, such as NBA, Ariana Grande, Travis Scott. Literally any show or game you can think of is probably there. The hookup that you get for using our code, which is Higa, Higa, you get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. And, you know, the link will be in the description. But make sure you guys actually do that because, again, it makes us look good and they will want to re-sponsor us again.
Yeah.
And, you know, we need those sponsors or else we're going to have to cancel the shows. Anyway, thank you again, SeatGeek. That being said, I think we're good to... Could you product placement? Oh, yeah, we got new cups.
Will, what's that in your hand?
Whoa, this looks like a new Off the Pill Podcast coffee mug. Get it now? Can we get it now?
I don't know. It
You
just
might-
got sent to me.
You might be able
so I
to get
think
it sometime.
Yeah, that'll be in a link to it in the merch. I don't know.
And listen to this drinking noise. Off. That's it.
In
The mug.
Anyway,
So bad.
anyway, yeah, I thank you again to SeatGeek.
Thanks, Iggy.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I
thank
said
you.
everything I needed to say, but it helps a lot.
It sounded good. It sounded great.
Yeah, you killed
And there
it.
was actually people who did. I did see that people did actually use the code last time because they sent me screenshots. So thank you to those people who tweeted that to me.
Yeah.
That actually makes us look cooler than we are to SeatGeek.
Whoa, we're super cool, dude. Calm down, dude. Believe in yourself.
Cooler than we
Confidence.
look.
I don't know, man.
There we go.
I don't feel very cool right now.
Why don't you feel cool right now, dude?
You know, I mean, for one, we're sitting in this tiny little room. I wonder if people, when they watch this, do you think they think this room is big? Because we're not like in the same shot.
That's one thing. Yeah, for sure. Because
When you watch it, because when I watch, I mean, we know what the room looks
it looks
like.
bigger.
Does it look bigger?
I think so. It's like, you know, when you watch TV shows and then you go watch it. Like, I remember we went to ABDC when I was watching saw it on TV and you went and watched it in a live audience. You're like,
Yep.
dude, this room is so small. Like, how do they do it? Like,
That's true. You know, even NBA games.
yeah.
When you go there, I mean, the people are obviously gigantic. But if you go to an actual NBA game using SeatGeek, if you go to an actual game, the court looks so small in comparison to what it looks like on TV and the stadium itself. I mean, the stadium is big, but the court looks so small and the people are just gigantic.
There's got to be some kind of like name for that, right? Like the something effect.
Isn't that like the camera adds 15 pounds to you? Like
Effect.
that type of thing?
There you go.
That really does. That does happen though. A higher definition. I don't know why, but even like, even in person, like I remember I went to go watch a Spurs game, and I saw for the first time Manu Ginobili in person and up close because we were sitting behind the Spurs bench, and he looked so tall and skinny. I was like, dude, he looks so unhealthy right now. But like on TV, they look normal. And he looks skinny on TV, but like in person, they all look so much taller and skinnier.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, who else? What do we really look like in person?
Actually, everybody says that we're a lot shorter than they thought we would
What?
be. Yeah.
I don't know. That's sad.
It's hard to tell with like YouTube also because you don't really usually like you can't see our legs.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
not
gonna start
standing up.
sitting like this in the podcast.
Like we've met people that we didn't know were super tall. Like
That's true, yeah.
Like KSI is actually kind of tall.
KSI's
He
all
looks
of them.
big though.
All of them are
He
tall.
does look,
Yeah,
but he
Logan's
doesn't look
Logan's
tall.
big, too.
He doesn't look tall, but he's actually like pretty tall. in
Rice
person.
gum, super
Rice gum
tall.
is tall.
Rice gum is
yeah.
tall. Yeah.
You're like,
Maybe they're
so-
right. We're just short. They all thought we were normal height, but we're all like 4'5". Yeah. Speaking of which, KSI is coming into town again, and he wanted to do a collab. I'm not sure what with all of us.
Wait, is it just him or the Sidemen?
Sidemen too,
Nice.
but he's the one who hit me up.
Nice.
So I think they wanted to do some kind of collab. I'm not sure what, but we should think of something too. Like
Let's
maybe
do-
we should. You know what we should do is make it like a surprise because he didn't tell me what they're gonna do either.
Yeah.
So we should surprise him, and like just I don't know what should we? We should just all when he walks into the room, we'll just box him, all of us.
Ooh, yeah,
we'll have
yeah,
gloves
yeah.
and we'll just like start mauling him.
Just mob him.
I think he'd still
He'd
beat
probably
us.
knock us all out.
Yeah.
He's so big. we're only 4'5".
No, but then the twist is we all lose on purpose, and then out of your room comes Logan.
Ooh.
And then they just have to fight right there.
No, Jake. He's fighting Jake now, I think.
He said he doesn't know
Really?
whether it's Jake or Logan. Yeah.
We're going to find out the true details, and we're going to give you guys the exclusive. We're
Only
going to
here.
find out what's the real story here. I wonder if... No, I think... I don't know. I feel like isn't Logan way bigger than Jake?
I think he's like considerably not.
I don't think that's fair. Do you think that's fair? Logan versus Jake? Doesn't Jake seem way smaller than both of them?
It's hard to
It
tell.
does seem a little. He's
You know
a little
why?
bit smaller.
Because the effect.
Oh yeah, the camera.
Just, is that racist?
Oh.
Is that racist?
Man.
Yeah, anyway, look that up. But I know that Logan was a wrestler. Was Jake a wrestler too?
I'm pretty sure they both were into some kind of like combat sport,
Yeah.
wrestling or whatever.
I always had this idea when I wanted to do a Ryan Tries. I wanted to wrestle one of them. I mean,
That'd
they're
be
really
sick.
good. They're really good wrestlers,
But
and
they're way
both,
heavier,
I know, but it's not like a serious. It's just to like
just for
just
fun.
to wrestle. You know, to like it would be like fun.
I would watch
I
the
think.
hell out of that video.
Yeah, but
Ryan,
I would probably
Tries.
get pretty
Wait.
beat up.
what would it be titled? Ryan tries
Wrestling Logan Paul.
Logan
The
Paul.
Pauls.
the Paul brothers,
Yeah. But I think it would be better to wrestle Jake because he's smaller. I think.
like more closer to your weight,
Do you know? Can you look up his weight?
because that's a
For
big
his
thing
boxing.
with wrestling. Is like
No, weight is a big.
it's
it
like
makes it-
being Because if you wrestle someone, even the next weight class, it's a pretty big disadvantage, right?
It
'Cause
is.
I don't
It
know.
is. Yeah. It's. I mean, the 10 pounds or whatever
Yeah.
the weight difference is. Sometimes even as little as like 5. I remember you could be like there was like a 119 weight class and a 125, 130,
Wow.
or 132 or something like that. But it's like that little amount makes a big difference.
So,
Jeez.
for the boxing match,
Yeah.
Jake Paul weighed in at 82 kilograms, which is 180 pounds.
How do you know that?
The internet's
Oh,
amazing.
how much was KSI and
I looked it up.
Logan?
They would
sorry.
be more. I think they were over 200. I thought.
Kilograms?
No pounds.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They're hell muscular.
So, KSI weighed in. Oh, for his earlier fight against Joe Weller was 182 pounds.
Oh,
oh, they're
so
the
they're
same
like the
weight.
same.
They're about the same.
Oh, I don't know where I
And
thought
they
of that.
still got like a bunch of pounds on me.
Yeah.
Can't wrestle either of them. Oh, I guess Jake isn't that much smaller than Logan.
He's
and
not.
KSI. Oh, well, I guess I can't wrestle anyone then. Never mind. I'll still do
Rice
it.
scum.
I'll still do it. No, he's too light. That
Let's
guy's
look
hell
him up.
skinny.
Let's look him up.
I think he's like 140 pounds. How would you know though? There's no like.
I'd say he's probably more than that.
He's tall, but he's skinny, dude.
That's true, but he's pretty muscular. Like
Is he?
I think so. Like athletic.
I never really
wise.
seen. He's good at basketball. I know that. What?
It says he weighs about 143 pounds.
Oh, never mind.
See, I told you. Damn, that's kind of shocking for how tall
and
he
it
is.
says that's with the 3 Supreme chains that he's wearing.
What are you reading? Where are you getting your facts
He
from?
made that up.
I made that one up.
Oh my gosh.
But
Where are you getting that from?
it's just the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, what kind of topics we got today?
I don't know, but I was
Well,
just trying
I
to
mean-
find somebody to wrestle.
Since we're talking about a lot about YouTube drama and stuff that's going on,
That's not
there's actually
drama.
it's a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it started out. But there's actually 2 different things that we can talk about, which is the Shane Dawson incident, which you guys are already kind of familiar about.
Kind of, but not quite.
And there's another one, this Romeo Lacoste, I believe.
Who's that?
He is a tattoo artist.
Oh, I did hear about that
Yeah,
one too.
he's a tattoo artist. He's done tattoos for like Ariana Grande, Dolan Twins, Ninja, a lot more people. And it's come out where there is allegations against him that he has been
Messaging girls
underage girls, and also like
Do we know that this is true though? Like, I mean, has he come out and defended himself?
he's done an interview that's defended himself, but with so many people coming out and saying things, and it's not just like screenshots. There's like videos of it showing that he said certain
well,
things.
we'll say allegedly.
Yeah, that's why I said allegedly.
Yeah, he. I saw that he DM these girls like really sexual stuff. And at the time, those girls were like 15 or something like that.
14, 15.
It's so mind boggling to me that people, I mean, you still do that and have written proof. Like, don't people learn? Like, even like pedophiles, not saying him specifically, but how do people still like, wouldn't you know better by now? Like, there's,
how do you get caught?
right. Or like what? It's different when you don't, like if he didn't know, right? Like he didn't know she was underage, but he said something acknowledging it, like something like, "Do you want to wait till you're 18, or are you cool with doing it now, or something like that?"
Yeah.
So he acknowledges that they're underage. But how do you? What goes through your head, being like, "Hey, this is a good idea. I should write something."
That's probably the thing. It doesn't go through their head like this is a good idea.
They're just that sexually.
He's thinking with something else.
His penis.
It's probably just a mental penis. His mental
You're gonna
His
bleep
mental
that?
illness.
Let me say it again.
No, I just want to push the button.
Oh,
You can push.
wait.
it.
Do you have a
All
bleep?
right. You say it.
Penis.
Paco recorded that as on the soundboard. We never used it, but I guess there's a reason.
There's a
for it.
reason for it now.
Yes, he is thinking with that, and it's got to be like a mental illness, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying it's.
There has to be something wrong to be,
Yeah.
or maybe just the person's like a bad person. You know,
part of me probably
is what we
thinks
talked about last
like
time with David.
if you were talking to a girl, and even if there were, I mean, obviously talking to underage girls is like not okay, but you don't really think, oh, this person is gonna like tell on me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or you don't think of that. I would think because it's. I mean, I don't know, right? I mean,
But-
that's kind of what I think of, like if I'm speaking from his point of view.
now, see, for Will and I, we've had experiences, maybe not directly, but where a friend of ours or something has spoken to an underage person, you know, and unknowingly.
Yeah,
you do,
so-
you do.
Well, me, personal, unknowing, nothing happened. Nothing happened though.
Whoa, we got new exclusives. All right, okay. What did Paco do?
No, this is so. See, this is also for like my stand up stuff, but basically this. What are you shaking your head at?
Nothing.
But it was on Tinder, and to be on Tinder, you have to be 18 and over. And so this girl on there had her age is 19, and then so we're just talking, and, just talking, getting to know each other, and then
How old were you at the time?
this was like maybe a couple of months ago. So
So
was
you're
like,
same age,
yeah, I
28.
was like 28.
Okay.
So we're just talking, and then we exchanged Snapchat and still talking on there. And then she goes, "Oh, by the way, I turn 18 next week." And then I said, "Yikes." And then she said, "Don't worry, the legal age of consent in Nevada is 16." And then I said, "Double yikes."
Dude. What? So this is the scary thing, because what if you already assumed, right, how old she was?
Yeah.
And you had already said things that were sexual to her,
Yeah.
and then she said that, you'd still be in trouble.
Yeah.
That's-
Even if you didn't know?
Luckily, I didn't say anything, though.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, but I mean, that happens to people.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's scary.
Like, I think in your instance, it was, I mean, you know it better, so if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really my story to tell. So, I mean, I wasn't exactly in the situation, but essentially, like, I had a friend growing up who, got in trouble and got accused of doing stuff with younger girls, but he like, pled not guilty. Like, he went through the whole process, and the system is kind of, like, set up to, like, of course, like, favor the victim in that, which I guess it should be, but it's also, like, you would hope that the system is fair and stuff like that, but depending on which side has more resources, right? It's like
That's
if the
true.
family has like more money for lawyers and stuff like that. Obviously, that's a big difference within the legal system, and so it like completely affected his life in a negative way. And so I have, at least on my from my experiences and like my opinions on that kind of stuff, it's affected by that.
Yeah.
Because he was a friend of mine. And I obviously believe him that he said like he didn't do anything, right? And
So let's just say, like, what happens if like they're in a bar, a place that's supposed
You're
to
supposed to
be
be 21.
21 and over, right? And there's bouncers who are supposed to check
Yeah.
IDs. Now, let's say that something happens after that.
I don't know.
Who should be at fault?
I would say, I mean, I know who is at fault already. The person's gonna get. I don't think it's right, but I think the person at fault should be the bar. The bar should be held accountable for letting this person fool them. And then that kid or whoever it is, using a fake ID to get in there should be in trouble as well. It shouldn't just be the person who's talking to this person unknowingly.
Yeah.
It's different from what that guy did when he knew that girl was underage. I think I think this scenario, I might be completely off base. There might be a reason why. I don't know if you guys can think of a reason why. I just think it's not fair. Like sometimes girls or guys even look a lot older than they are. And then it's vice versa. Sometimes people look a lot younger than how old they are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to say just based off looks, and you're not going to go up to every person you meet and be like, hey, before we talk, how old are you?
Yeah. And even then,
But you're supposed to,
show me your
technically, legally,
ID.
you're supposed to, yeah. And then if it's a fake ID, then what?
Yeah, what do you do?
You just go to jail.
I
You just
think
go
it's
to
different
jail.
too. Like the person has if the girl, right, is underage and the guy has knowledge that she's underage,
Yeah.
and the guy continues, you're in trouble.
Agree.
You should be in
Right.
trouble. Like if you know, I don't know I don't know anything about that situation, but if he was like, oh, I know you're underage, let's wait till you're older or whatever, and then they kept talking.
No, yeah, in
That's
that
pretty bad.
scenario, supposedly in the DMs that she took video of or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
he said something like, will you wait? He acknowledged do you want to wait till you're 18?
Mm-hmm.
So he knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Allegedly.
Probably, that's
I don't want to
okay.
get into
Allegedly.
trouble.
Allegedly. We're
This
going to
kinda
throw that
goes
word
back-
around a lot.
I know, but this-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I know, but we just because we don't want to get
Yeah.
caught up in anything.
I allegedly farted on this podcast.
You did not.
It's quiet.
Anyway, speaking of, the thing is that this kind of correlates to what we were talking about before too, where Shane's
Oh.
with that too. Shane's incident last year about him, he had that whole pedophilia thing because he made some jokes and whether it was taken out of context or not, that happened again this past week, where Shane, I guess he's getting something resurfaced about him saying something about him doing something sexual to his cats, or we have the quote, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to read it because it's pretty.
It's pretty graphic, but it was on a now deleted episode of Shane and Friends on September 11th, 2015. He says, one time I laid my cat down on her back, ellipses. I moved her little chicken legs, spread open or whatever, and I all over the cat. It was my first sexual experience.
What was that, dude?
I was trying to bleep myself out. There's no
Okay.
bleep.
All right, well,
And he says, I was also like 19.
but he didn't. So he didn't say the reason why there's controversy is people have pulled that clip up,
Yeah.
right? And I guess it didn't seem like he was joking in that.
Supposedly, it seemed like a real story. Like he was telling a real story. And that's what people have to base off of it.
Right.
But I guess in his public statement that he issued, he was talking about how it was kind of like based off an awful sketch that he never did or anything.
So did he say that though I didn't see the actual interview, but did he say like, oh, this is based off of a sketch?
I think
in
it
the
wasn't an
tweet.
interview; it was a tweet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well
yeah.
then, okay. Well then, there's no context there. He kind of put that out there. I could see why people would be upset. But honestly, I know Shane. That's like his comedy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can see why people would take that another way.
But you also said that like he has been in trouble for a lot worse things.
He's said a lot worse things.
Yeah.
And he's done videos that are significantly. He doesn't make videos like that anymore.
Yeah.
But his stuff before was pretty raunchy.
Well, that was like his last sentence was, I learned my lesson, and I'm more confident now in my ability by entertaining, not just being myself and not being so shocking.
Well, that's his apology. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
made
that's-
so he had to make an apology for this. Granted, this is again back when he used to make those kind of jokes. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, his content is way different now.
it is
Way
very
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that shows like the growth in who he is and like and like how he has transformed his entire brand, how he has grown as not just a content creator, but as a person, how like you can come from a place where a lot of people will deem it as like, oh, this is like inappropriate and raunchy. And now,
But the thing is, it always comes back to haunt you because anything you put online will be there forever, and it's happening every single year. Something is targeting Shane because the more successful he gets, the more of a target he becomes.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. And we said it before, like Shane's killing it right now.
Yeah.
And he's made like a very like slick transition into like what his brand is now, and he's very successful. And yeah, like Ryan said, now he's an even bigger target. So it's like, but we do have to say congratulations, right, to Shane. because he got engaged.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, for what? The cat thing?
For getting in
For
trouble.
his
No,
apology?
We can't forget that.
Oh yeah, Shane got engaged.
Yeah.
And I saw that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to Shane.
Yeah, congrats.
But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate that that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Right when he announced that engagement.
Yeah.
So, do you guys feel that there should be a time period of like after 5 years, certain tweets are like, you know, you should let those go
Statute
type of thing?
limitations
Yeah,
for
statute
tweets?
of, or like for
Is that what
jokes.
that
Or,
is?
kind of, yeah. Like if you commit certain crimes after a certain amount of time, you can't be charged for them.
Damn, you're smart.
What do you mean? Statute? Okay, well, I mean, there's certain things, certain crimes that have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Murder is not one of them.
Yeah.
So I can't murder someone and then,
20 years later, you're good.
Yeah.
If they find out, you're still, you know,
Yeah.
I think at least.
so tweets.
I personally think it never will be that way,
Yeah.
but it should be because things change a lot.
Agreed.
Society
you know?
changes and you change.
Yeah. Remember in the How to Be Ninja video, we used the FAG word,
Yeah.
and that wasn't targeted at gay people.
Yeah.
It had a different meaning for me growing up. You know, in Hawaii specifically, saying that word, not that I would even say it now, saying that word had a different meaning in that it wasn't even necessarily, it didn't mean gay.
It wasn't like a homophobic slur.
No, not at all. It just meant, it was just like something you said to your friends to make fun of your friends,
Yeah.
but it wasn't meant gay. It became like it was more like of a action, like how you acted.
Uh-huh. Like an adjective.
Yeah, and then people just associated the two, and it became. Well, I'm just saying from Hawaii. It
Right,
might have
right.
been different.
Your
back-
point of view.
Yeah, the way we grew up, people used to say, and it wasn't like you could say that before. Even gay people used to say that. We talked about this.
Yeah.
They used to say that to you.
Thanks, man.
Well, I mean, everybody used. I mean, it wasn't like. It was like another. It wasn't a good word. It was still an insult.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean gay.
Yeah.
It was a gay, and that word was completely different.
To be fair, you took that down, right? Is that video up
We
or
have
down?
it. It was down.
Yeah.
And then I think it might be blocked.
Something
actually.
like that.
Yeah, unlisted or something like that. But
But that's part of you growing
yeah,
up
but
and
like it's like I'm
realizing,
not
oh, it's
gonna.
probably not okay.
Yeah,
so
I know better. And I've
Exactly.
already said I apologized for it, but
Yeah.
like I didn't know back then. I was 16, and even then, like it was a different time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make that video now. I mean, not like that. You know, we even called it out in another video.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I mean, I think things change over time. Something, like I said last time, something we're saying right now could become something offensive in 5 to 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. We don't know yet.
It's one of those things where obviously there's like a limit of like how bad is the tweet, right? Then it's going to be like, then that kind of determines, I think. Like obviously if you say something super racist on Twitter 10 years ago, you should probably have to explain it.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, you should be like, even if it's something like, well, I was racist back then. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
now I'm not. Like now I've learned. Now I've changed.
Do you
right?
think
That's part of
people,
the
though,
transition.
do you think people that have had that change and did realize their mistakes should still be, you know, attacked for what they did in the past, even if they acknowledge it?
No,
I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so.
There's actually I saw there's a mini documentary about how this former like racist and
We say racist a lot.
yeah, we do, but this guy who used to be like a white supremacist, new word, baby.
Racist.
But he realized that his actions turned around and started, and he was a tattoo artist, and he would change people's tattoos that used to have like
Oh, that's dope.
like white supremacist meanings and stuff, and change
Like a
them and
swastika
alter
or
them.
something?
Yeah, and make it into something entirely new.
That's sick.
So for people who
So it's like
wanted to change,
redemption.
yeah, and so that's like a good story. Now, if people were like, "Whoa, but you were racist," and blah blah blah, and just like attacked him, or anything.
People could.
Yeah,
if he
people
say
could.
he became big enough, like he became the next PewDiePie.
Yeah.
like that's how popular. I guarantee you, people would protest him.
Mm-hmm.
They would say, "Stop supporting this guy just because he's taking advantage of what he used to do." He would get attacked. I'm 100% sure that would
Yeah,
happen.
for sure. But then those people are just stupid idiots.
Are they though?
They're mad.
That's
dumb,
what I'm
dude.
asking, though.
Like those types of people.
I-
yeah,
Woo!
I agree with Paco.
My sleeves.
I agree too, but I'm just saying.
Want me to
it's-
grab him?
Grab my sleeves.
It would happen if that guy, even if he means, he acknowledges, he apologizes, he's even making up for it in what he does. If he becomes as famous as a PewDiePie, anyone, even a Shane, he is gonna get attacked for sure. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
for
attacked
sure.
for what he did, and there's gonna be people trying to take him down.
Yeah.
And it's only because of his popularity.
But that doesn't mean that those people are right. Yes, they're going to do that, but those people are morons.
I agree with that. Yeah, because that is like a huge part of changing the world for the better.
Yeah.
As cheesy, as corny as that sounds, taking the people that think a certain way that's like super bad, right?
Yeah.
White supremacists. And then 10 years later, they're not, and they've changed.
Yeah.
You absolutely want to praise that person for making that change.
Yes.
You do not want to attack them for what they used to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. It's like changing.
But coming from, not saying that I agree, but coming from a different perspective,
Right.
if that guy becomes that powerful and you don't think that person should have that power because of their past and the way that they used to think, because you don't trust how they think, wouldn't you want to say, stop this guy? You don't want him to have influence.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I
Because
think
of his okay, well then why can't that guy become president?
For
You
me,
think they would allow him to become president
Well,
with
see,
his past being that?
the thing for me, what I would see is like,
Right.
oh, this guy has had a bad past.
Right.
He's aware of it. He's admitted to it. And that shows a lot more morals and values
Sure.
than a lot of the people who are like, look at how perfect I am. It's just like, no, you're not perfect. You're just really good at hiding your real past or true intentions or however you've been, because everybody has that sense of like evil in them. We're human. We naturally have evil tendencies. We're very selfish creatures. And so for to be able to,
Is that evil though?
what?
Being selfish?
A little bit.
I mean,
if
everybody is selfish. That
Yeah,
means
to an
everybody
extent.
is evil.
But we have, that's why everybody has like natural evil in them. But to be able to be like, okay, this is my past, this is what happened, but now I want to move forward and use how I overcame this situation to inspire other people and show like there's a lot better to life and how we should be treating people in a positive and humane manner. That type of person, I would be a lot more like, oh, I know more about him. I can
Sure.
relate to this. I can respect that than someone who's like, this is what I want. I'm perfection and all this stuff. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not attainable. You're lying. You're lying somewhere.
could be from what you're saying is people maybe just don't believe that they've made an honest change.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean because
And that's totally up to them. I mean, whether or
Right.
not they believe them or not is up to the own.
well,
Up to
yeah,
the
this goes
person.
back to PewDiePie, and you see the comments too, where people still call him out, like, "Oh, how can you support a white supremacist or someone who said the N-word or whatever?" And whether you apologized for it or not, and I mean, he did. There's always going to be those people.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're slowly starting to see people be like, "Okay, well, he acknowledged it," like reasonable people, right? And when you really break down what he did, I mean, we're not going to get into that anyway. But those people are always going to be there.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's not a minority. Like if you think about a different situation, like say a president or a candidate, right? Someone running for president, you find out that this person used to be a white supremacist or a racist or whatever. They did something really bad in the past, and all of a sudden they acknowledge it, right? That person never will win.
Yeah.
He will never become president.
But I will say there's a difference in finding out that this person has that
No,
past
but what if he
and that
acknowledges
person
it
to
from the start?
If he presents
Do
it
you
from the
think
start,
that person would even have a chance?
I could say so, yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
All right, then maybe there's a new strategy for some presidential candidate out there. Just come on the podcast and we'll teach you our techniques to winning the presidency. Paco seems to know a lot. I agree with you. I think that would be super interesting. I'd be like, this is a very honest person.
Exactly.
But in the eyes of other people, they'd be like, well, why would I take this guy when there's this other guy who, like you said, we know he's not perfect, but on paper he is.
I don't have an answer.
I don't know. I'm just like trying to give another perspective.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
even
yeah.
saying I agree with that. I'm
Right.
just trying to see like from their perspective.
I mean, of course, their policies would matter and everything, but on a
But say it was exactly the same, and you had a guy with a past who acknowledges it versus a guy who is perfect on paper, but you know their stuff, you just will never find out.
I would honestly be pretty stuck between the two. I might pick the guy with more flaws in the back history, just because he shows growth. He shows a lot of growth, and for that type of growth in somebody, I don't see why they can't inspire other people around them to be able to push through their hard issues in life.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there has ever been like a candidate that came out and said, I used to be this and now I'm this, and be like super
Yeah.
vulnerable in that sense. I don't
Yeah.
know if that would
The
be
closest
appealing
I
or
think
not.
was Obama saying that he smoked weed before. I don't know if they found that out or he just said, "Oh yeah, I smoked weed in college." Like I don't know if that was like because weed was a hot topic and like, wait, I'm not. That's true, right? That's what he said.
I don't.
I might be lying.
I don't
think
know.
I remember that.
I don't know enough about politics. Anyway, I don't know. I think that's like, and that's super relatable. People
Yeah.
were like, and then people were okay with weed. Had
Yeah.
he said this, there's another thing. Had you said that maybe 10 years ago, 15, let's say 15 years ago,
Right.
people would be like, oh my God, he's a drug addict.
Yeah.
No, weed wasn't seen the same way as it is today.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But
Well, I think it comes down to it's like whoever's listening, whether or not they believe it or not. It's like kind of you can transition into like the MJ story, right? Or like whatever that was. Did you guys watch the documentary?
I did not.
I've
watch it?
read about it.
Well,
I haven't watched
done
it
this.
yet.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
because it comes down to like what you believe, like whose story.
Yeah.
Because facts aside, or whether or not there are facts or are not facts, it's like this person says this person says this. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's up to the person to believe. Like
I know
Pick
I
a side.
should watch it because I should be up to date on those things. I just really don't want to
yeah,
because, and it's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to like. I know it's like, oh, that's so irresponsible, but like I don't know. Like I said, I should watch it, but I just don't want to ruin my vision of what I currently see.
yeah.
And I think that is, you can call that whatever it is, but I mean, I also, like you said, it's coming from someone's story. It's not, he's not there to
It's
defend
not
himself.
factual. Yeah, he's not there
Yeah.
to defend himself either. So that's unfair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should probably watch it. I probably will watch it. So everything I just said meant nothing because I'm probably gonna watch it. Shishi break.
She break.
I need to refill anyway, so refill, shishi break. Come back.
Yeah.
Peace.
No, don't come back.
No. We need the JR outro. Shishi break.
Okay.
Do you remember what he did?
Yeah, here comes a she break, but I can't sing, so you do it.
I can't sing. I don't.
Wait, how do you do it?
I don't know.
Here
Let's
comes
just.
the she break.
All right, let's go. And we're back. Ah, you didn't catch
And
me.
we're back.
No, you guys are late.
And we're back.
Yeah,
the
we're
shishi
back from the shishi break. Which means, you know what?
What?
It felt like Blue's Clues. Which means, you know what time it is, guys? SeatGeek time, SeatGeek time, SeatGeek time. And we have our sponsor, SeatGeek. Again, shout out to SeatGeek for hooking us up with a sponsor. Again, it is a ticket app for all you people. If you, for whatever reason, skip the beginning, they put all the tickets in one place. You can get anything. I mean, pretty much any kind of tickets that you want, whether it's NBA games. I don't know why they specifically pointed out Ariana Grande, Travis Scott. Are they the most two popular?
I mean, they might just be popping.
Well, who's probably Taylor Swift, and I don't know many people. You can get a lot of tickets to different kinds of concerts and shows and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
go to
YTF.
SeatGeek.
YTF.
I don't know about that one, but you can go to SeatGeek and use the code HIGA, Higa, and you get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. And yes, use HIGA. Again, please use it. If you're going to go to something, you might as well look it up on SeatGeek. Use our code so that we look cool.
Also, you save money, so that helps too.
You do save on your first order $20.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, because like some tickets cost $20. I don't know what, but
It's kind of cheap.
Also, don't forget.
oh my god. Yeah, we just got
Mugs.
speaking of tickets, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I saw when I was driving on the highway here, I saw this billboard, and Red and Link were actually going to be at Green Valley Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is not a
sick.
promo for them, but I just saw them and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
No, it's a promo, and now they have to be on this podcast.
And they have to pay us.
Yeah.
promo.
No, I don't know what it is, but like their tickets were like, I don't know, like less than $20. Do we get, if SeatGeek does that, do we get paid to go? Does it work that
Damn.
way?
Damn.
I don't know. I just saw them on the billboard. I thought that was cool. Anyway, yeah, we're back.
We're back.
You wouldn't ever do live shows, yeah?
What do you mean? I used to.
I know, but now.
What was that?
It's something got stuck in my throat.
I mean, I'm not 100% opposed. I just don't know what I would do. Like, I don't
How
even know
much
what.
How much opposed would you be?
How much
it would depend-
opposed?
16.
16%?
No, just 16.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not that opposed to doing shows. I don't like the travel part. I don't mind doing shows. I just don't have anything to do. Like when we did YTF and toured and stuff, I was just the host. Like that's not hard to do. Just get the crowd hyped
Wait,
for
what did
the
you-
real talent.
What'd you do in Manila then?
I did like a very poor version of a song that people know. That's it.
You guys
I mean, I'm not a
danced too, though,
performer,
right? You
huh?
danced as well.
Yeah, but it's not like real dancing. It's like watching very, very, very amateur people do very, very amateur singing and dancing. But it's because it's us. It's better than nothing. You know, that's how people see it. It's like, oh, at least they're trying. But it's awful. Like it's bad. Like I mean, our performances were bad in comparison to real dancers and real singers.
It was better, but very close to nothing. Yes.
Yeah, but it is better than nothing. It's like at least it's better than us just coming out and doing nothing. Yeah, I think that's why I wanted to do it. And it's like kind of like skits. We do like live skits in a way. But yeah, I'm not a performer. You are. You do. I mean, you like to do stuff like that.
Yeah, because I need attention, and that's all that I'm fueled off of. But
I want attention. I want attention too.
No, but that's what drives me, and that's the only thing I have. But for you, if you could do something, I guess, what would you like to do? If you had the ability,
like a show?
Yeah.
Honestly, I've always wanted to do like not just my stuff. I would want to coordinate a show, like if I had dancers and I had singers and make basically a long video, but live. I guess it's a play,
like a musical then or something.
Kinda, but like in using different talents. I wouldn't personally want to be in it.
Director. Kind
of like a director, writer, I guess, and then kind of, okay, I have this talent and I have this talent and this talent. How can I make this all work and then make it like epic at the end? And, you know, like follow a video thing where you build up something, plant things in the beginning, have them like slowly water it and then pay off at the end. Like, I don't know. I just think that's fun. That part of it, not me actually being in it.
Do you like musicals?
It depends. I never used to, but it depends. I like the ones that have actual story and it's not just for the sake of
singing.
Yeah.
So like, have you seen Wicked?
No.
What is that?
It's like a spin-off of Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
But it's like from the witch's perspective and stuff. It's actually pretty good.
Is it a movie or
No, it's a musical.
Like, where did you see it?
In a theater?
In a theater. But like a musical theater.
Like
live. I see.
Yeah.
Here?
No, in Hawaii.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds
pretty
cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope though.
I seen the Lion King one.
Ooh, so I heard that one's super good.
So it's cool because I've already seen the movie and you're getting to see it how they're doing it live. That's the only cool part to me.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I was a big fan of musicals.
How about you, Will?
Am I a big fan of musicals?
Or just like what musicals have you seen?
I saw the Nutcracker when I was super young. Is that a musical? Yeah.
That's a toy.
Sounds like a wrestling move.
It's a musical.
What is it about?
It's a Christmas musical.
Nutcracker?
Yeah, it's like
it's like
the toy comes alive or something.
I've never
It's like
that.
has a ballet in it. It's very classical.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's like a Christmas Toy Story.
Yeah.
Are you making this up?
No, Nutcracker.
Oh. I thought
there's like a famous song too.
Yeah.
The Nutcracker.
I've heard of Nutcracker, but I'm pretty sure it's that little toy thing with the
Yeah, that's what it is.
Cracks
but the story, the story is like this girl gets it and then it like comes alive or something. I don't know.
Damn, somebody copied somebody.
What, Toy Story?
Yeah, or the Indian in the closet. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just had that on Netflix. I was watching that.
I
noticed I like to go back and watch old movies that now when I watch them, I'm like, damn, I know this isn't good, but I love it because of it just reminds me of a different time. A time where I used to lie in front of my TV and eat nectarines.
Technically, I think the Nutcracker's a ballet now I think about it.
Oh, yeah, you got to be technical. People will get on you for that.
Ooh.
When I did musicals in real life, the video, I got so many comments that were like, these aren't real musicals. Like, you guys are left out. How could you leave out this and that?
Yeah,
and
Hamilton.
What about Hamilton? Yeah, these are just Disney movies. I don't know why they sound like that, but
get them.
Yeah, but they were so salty. I was like, I didn't know there was such a cult clan behind musicals.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess I insulted them. I'm sorry. I don't know my musicals.
Hey, don't apologize.
Me neither.
This is your podcast.
I'm sorry. Anyway, why are we talking about musicals?
SeatGeek.
We should go to. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Thanks, SeatGeek.
That was a long segment.
Twitter questions. We should get those. We have to get through some of those.
All of them.
It's
my favorite part.
Is it your favorite part?
I like Twitter
then we'll
questions.
start off with you.
I saw some comments going, "Hey, do the Twitter questions, Paco. Shut up." Really? Yeah, they're hating on me for that, and I'm not sorry. All right, it's my job.
More of that.
It says to talk about dead series such as Parkour, Will and Greg, Wild Card, Cooking But Not Really, Tea Time, and I Dare You. Will they make a return to you and the gang like making these videos?
Dead.
All right. They're not dead.
They're not dead, dude.
We
They're
just haven't had everybody around recently.
Dude, they're hibernating, bro.
So normally when we do those videos before, it's because people were always free, right? And now Derek's in China. He's coming back. He's coming back in a week.
Pretty soon.
April 5th.
Couple weeks.
He's
couple
gone for
weeks.
a month.
Yeah, he's dancing in a Jabberwocky show. That's not private information, is it?
No, that's
No.
not.
Yeah, he's dancing in a show, so he had to be. He was gone for a week, and
Yep.
then Sean was gone for life, and
He's gone.
no, Sean. Well, not that we couldn't do it without him because we have even parkour is only 5 people. Four? Five people.
5 people.
It's been so long, it's dead. I know. I already forgot. But we do need to do a Tihi time because we have a lot of stuff that's stockpiled.
Yeah.
We do have to do that. I'm down to do a parkour. For a while, I couldn't because I had ankle issues from basketball, but I think I'm good now.
Injuries definitely played a pretty big
Parkour, you need to be physically
You gotta
ready
be ready.
for that.
You gotta
Dude,
wake
I'm
up.
winning the next one.
You always say that.
No, I'm confident this time.
Anyway, the first time Paco was on parkour, I think, what episode was that? The bridge one?
The pond one, the bridge or pond one. Or
Or
something.
Yeah.
when you jump the little river thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever episode that was, Paco, before that, this is before he did any parkour, he would just watch them. And I think on video, it looks a lot easier. So he was just
does.
he was so
I'm gonna win
confident. Yeah, and he was like, we should have bet him. Because he did. I knew he could. There's certain things that it's harder than it looks.
I'm wearing shoes next time.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem.
And you got out the first one.
I was the first one. I ran into a wall.
For those that don't know, Parkour is our series where we do parkour, but it's our version. It's not parkour.
Yeah.
We do stunts, but it's like horse. So if someone does something, then the next person follows. I like that series. It's just for a long time I was hurt, and then not everybody was around. We need 5 people to.
A good way to describe it is that it's not nothing. It's a little bit better than nothing. It's amateur people doing parkours.
The other thing
I don't
is
know.
when we made it, we were 21, and now we're almost 31. So
What?
yeah.
Not us.
Well, I mean, on average,
Yeah.
29.
Yeah. Well, when we did it, I think the first one we did in Australia was just me, Greg, and
You, Greg, and Sean.
Sean, yeah, and we always had the idea, but we never did it. We were just bored. We're at a show where I was doing something like hosting, and we were in the green room for 6 hours or something like that. We had time to kill, so we just started turning on the camera. Stuff we already did. But yeah, that show did really well.
Yeah.
We should probably do one.
Dude, I made a best of parkours video for you to post.
But that's just the same stuff people have seen.
Yeah, but that's a good, it's coming back.
Okay. Well, we'll do a trailer then. How about that? Make it a trailer.
It's it's a 20-minute trailer.
Next
is
one.
it 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, Will and Greg,
Will and Greg.
is it dead? It's probably dead. I don't know. We're gonna make another episode, maybe. Wild Card, is it dead? Maybe.
No,
Derek's not
definitely
here.
dead.
Is it coming back? Make another episode?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Cooking, but not really. I could see us making that
Yeah.
probably more than any of the other ones.
Yeah. Actually, when Sean was here visiting, we were going to do it, but then we only thought of it on the last day. And we're
Yep.
this is going to take all day. Those take so much longer than people think because we don't know what we're going to do till that day.
Yeah.
So half the day is me and Sean just hey, what if we did a burrito, but it's pizza in it? And we're yeah. But most times it's not something that's good.
Like the one time we did that one for Sean, I
Yeah.
got to experience what it was
Yeah.
like.
It's
The
tough.
first 2 to 3 hours was us just sitting there what should we do?
Yeah. I was how does this relate to Sean? It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's genuine. I mean, it's not fake. We don't we do it for real.
Yeah.
So it's not like us we're not pretending we're not coming up with it on the spot.
Tea time, you already said.
Yep. Tea time.
I
We're gonna do
dare
that
you.
again. I dare you. We do it.
Yeah.
It's just now there's so many rules on YouTube. All the I dare yous, most of the I dare yous that I put up got demonetized or age restricted because it's dangerous things or
Yeah.
gross things. So it's tough. I mean, I'm still open to doing them.
Yeah.
It's just we make nothing off of them. So unless SeatGeek wants to sponsor I dare yous as well,
Yeah.
it's pretty hard to do it and commit to something that you are probably going to lose money off
Yeah.
of.
But yeah,
next,
a big umbrella answer for this is time schedules lining up.
and Derek coming back helps.
Derek coming back
Yeah.
in, having everyone available on one day, that's pretty rare. So it's
We'll bring it back, and we need to start some new stuff too.
Yeah.
We want to do some new shows because I get tired of doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Next question from Kelsey Krushinek. What are your guys' thoughts on the cancel culture? What is cancel culture?
We already touched on it a little bit, but
What?
it's kind of like where if somebody says something or it gets brought up from their past, all of Twitter will just be like, "Oh, this person's canceled."
That's exactly what we talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So we
okay.
already touched on that.
Okay, then let's move on.
Does that
then.
come from like if you get a show canceled?
I have no idea.
That's like Roseanne. Like what Roseanne
That's what I
did.
thought of. Yeah, when
I forget what
you
she
got in
said.
trouble when you get your show canceled.
Yeah.
Is that what that came
I
from?
think in general, it's just like the new thing.
yeah.
Like if somebody does something and
Damn,
you
you're
know,
canceled.
I didn't know it was called that though. Cancel
neither.
culture.
There's like
Makes
can-
sense. Yeah.
And then like outrage culture type of thing.
I like canceled.
I mean, we kinda gave
You're
our-
outta here,
we gave
dude.
our
Get-
opinion.
You're canceled.
Gave our opinion on that already. I think right.
Yeah, we definitely.
did.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Sky Wings.
W
something.
something.
Do you guys have any goals or dreams you'd like to accomplish sometime in your lives, which are maybe outside of YouTube?
Oh.
An example: hobbies, skills, or places to visit. Will, go ahead. You seem excited.
I mean, I have a lot of hobbies, as you know.
You have too many hobbies.
One that was like actually a realization for me was it's like so weird and random. I don't even think you guys know this, but it was I was traveling. I think it might have been coming back from TwitchCon, and I was in the airport, and I saw someone who was a dog handler, like like they like do sniffing for stuff.
Security person.
Security person, but they have a dog, and I was like, damn, I think I could do that.
Yeah, you have a dog.
And I really like working with dogs on that, that level of
Right.
training them and like giving them something they feel fulfilled, and like giving them the work and stuff. And but will it ever happen? I don't know. Probably not, because that's like a huge career.
It's a big commitment, and you
Yeah.
probably have to be super like educated.
And I think a lot of people in that field are usually probably like ex-military or
Yeah.
police work and stuff like that. But I think as like a random career hobby thing that I'd be really interested in, oddly enough, that is kind of it for me.
That's really specific.
Yeah.
That's
It is.
cool though.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
remember seeing it and go, because they were working with a new dog, and that's why they were actually actively training. And so I was looking, I was like, man, that looks really cool and like fulfilling and fun, and then it's just one of those realizations that you see something and you're like, yeah, I think I could do that kind of thing.
How about you?
I don't like. Oh man,
You have a lot of things.
I have a lot of things.
You're
I
one
just
of
don't
those
want to plug
people-
myself. That's weird.
You're
though,
one
you
of those
know?
people that you get really excited about something and you put so much effort into it, and then something else comes up and then you put so much effort into it, and then sometimes you bounce back to those things and you put so much effort into it, and
I'm kind
you
of like
just
that
keep
too,
jumping
though.
around.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that as well.
Like you wanted to be a rapper at one point.
No, I didn't want to be a rapper.
Oh, what?
I just did it because it was fun.
Oh, okay. Well, then you wanted to do stand up, which you have been putting time into.
Yeah.
Which is, I think you would be good at. I think you actually would, performing. You're a performer more than
Thanks, man.
more than Oh, and then you wanted to be a waiter.
I don't know. Hold on.
A waiter.
So we were at dinner, and then I was with my dad, and we were talking about I don't know what.
We were talking
at
about
No, so
cheesecakes.
Paco goes to Cheesecake Factory a lot, like
yourself?
a lot.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
You go by yourself?
He buys
No.
like 3 at once, and he takes them home to eat throughout the week.
Yeah.
And
I'm
anyway,
lactose
he knows
intolerant.
a lot. So we were with my family, and my dad wanted to go there. We didn't really know like the menu is ridiculous. Like it's so big.
Yeah.
And then Paco was like explaining everything. Like he knows everything. He's like, oh, if you want to try this, something more savory, and like he's like giving the whole thing. And my dad is like, oh, you're a better waiter than you are a YouTuber, and he meant it in like. In a compliment,
Yeah.
like he didn't even think like, and we all just started dying. And then Paco got so mad, he walked away from the table.
got
and
mad?
Then not like in
I
like
had
a
to-
jokingly, like he
yeah.
was like laughing,
But I walked outside.
my dad didn't mean it that way. And then he I don't know, he said it again. But then he said after like Paco was like, oh, come on, uncle, how you gonna call me out like that? And he's just like, see, that's what you get for calling me dumb on technology about the other podcast. But really, at the first time he said it, he wasn't making a joke. He
Yeah,
was literally
he was-
like,
it was
oh,
genuine.
you're actually a really good waiter. That's what he meant to say. But he's like, you're a better waiter than you're a YouTuber. I was like, damn, that is the best diss of 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he was referring to the last podcast where you said, or two podcasts ago.
ago with Greg.
Yeah.
But I guess what I want to do, like you said, is like stand up and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like what I'm pursuing, writing, going to a lot of like open mics and stuff.
I believe in you.
Trying to hit up shows and things, you know.
Yeah.
I've been talking to a lot of people who do like panels and stuff at colleges, because that's like that was something that interested me too. Because
Right.
like, but the college circuit is so different.
It is.
Wait, you want to do panels?
Yeah.
Or you comedy?
Oh, they're comedy and panels and stuff because
I mean, he
tell
gets
the
to be
truth?
himself, right?
yeah.
Oh, like talking about your.
He's performing essentially.
Oh,
Yeah, essentially,
he
in a
wants to
way,
do
yeah.
live.
Gotcha.
You want to
Yeah.
do more
Gotcha.
live stuff,
Yeah.
which is I think you're better at.
I kill at those, dude.
Okay, well now I don't want to compliment. See, this is exactly what we talked about. That's why I don't want to compliment you anymore.
So good
Anyway,
and funny.
when you get a big stand-up person, and you go on Joe Rogan, tell him I said hi,
Me too.
because he always has stand-up people on his
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
but only like really like successful ones.
Yeah. Or his friends.
Yeah, and a lot of them are stand-up people.
Tell him we said what's up.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, this
When you get
podcast I was on like last week says hi.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I love that podcast. I want to be on there.
I'm gonna get into. What if I get into stand-up just so I can meet Joe Rogan and be on his podcast?
I think you could do well. You just don't want to.
I don't think I could.
I
I'm not
think
a good.
so. You just don't believe in yourself that way.
Yeah, this goes back to the beginning of the podcast. I don't believe.
I think you could. I think you're good at writing jokes, and you could figure out a
I
way
would-
to deliver them in like. I don't know.
You know what it is though? I have bad memory.
That's also true.
I would have
but
to
you,
spend a lot of time.
But you could make it like a thing where you're just like sitting up there reading jokes. You know, that's like could be a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna
there's a
be
lot of,
called
like-
Jokes Rogan.
That was
That's
an
my first
interesting
joke.
laugh. Paco went.
You got butthole lips.
I'm mad, dude.
What about you? Do you have something like specifically?
Stand up.
Not.
No.
Tell me a good joke right now, then.
I just did Joke Rogan.
That
was
wasn't
pretty
one.
good.
You went.
Yeah.
It's so good you farted out your
Okay.
mouth.
Do you get people like when people ask you, "Oh, what do you guys do?" You know, and you're like, "Oh, like I do YouTube and stuff," and they're like, "Oh, what kind of content do you do or whatever?" And you're like, "Oh, what do you guys say?"
I say sketch,
Okay.
sketch and vlogs.
I say. Yeah, I say like some like kind of comedy. Like I say like all kinds of random stuff like fake
It's a mixture.
trailers. I say like a handful of things we've done.
I just say general audience comedy.
I
but-
say like fake movie trailers, like music videos, like sketches. I say like. That
Do
kind of
people
stuff.
ever say, "Oh, tell me a joke then," or something like that?
No.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels weird when people say, "Oh, tell me a joke." Like if they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" I go, "Oh, like comedy stuff," and they're like, "Oh, tell me a joke then."
Really?
It's so awkward.
Why don't you just say, no?
Knock knock. Joke Rogan. Tell them that.
Knock
Laugh
knock.
at my
Who's
own
there?
joke.
Go away. It's a good one.
Pretty bad.
Mm.
Okay, what were you saying? You were saying what would you do outside of YouTube?
Oh, outside of YouTube.
Well, that's.
that has. What was the question even? I forgot. We got so off topic.
Do you guys have any goals or
Yeah.
dreams you'd like to accomplish
Uh-huh.
sometime in your lives, which are maybe outside of YouTube, hobby skills?
I want to be a
businesses?
UFC fighter.
Really?
I mean, if I was like 10 years younger and I didn't do YouTube and I dropped out of college and I was like, damn, I got nothing, I would start training.
You would
No.
be a fighter.
I think they're talking about right now though. Like
Well,
I
I mean,
still would want to be a fighter.
we can
I'm
answer
just
it
too
however.
old now.
Because I don't
But I
think
would
I'm ever
still
going to
do
do dog handling, but I would like that career wise. So
Yep. I know wouldn't be. I mean, I would love to be an NBA basketball player. Too short,
yeah.
not fast enough,
can't shoot threes.
can't jump. Yeah, my wrist is broke. I would probably have to re-break my wrist so my wrist can actually
grow
have
properly.
a shooting form.
Yeah.
But since that's not realistic,
Can you get
fighting.
out of a wrist grab?
Ow. No.
For the audio
Um,
listeners,
got him.
we'll grab the
Yeah,
Ryan
and then
first.
he hurt me.
Sorry.
I would do. I mean, I would love to learn how to fight.
Yeah. Well, you
But, I mean,
really
I-
like combat sports.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I grew up doing judo my whole life, and then wrestling, and I dabbled in jujitsu, and it's just fun. It's not even like a matter of like wanting to beat someone up. It's just knowing like it's just it pushes you so hard to the point that you feel excellent after.
Yeah.
It's just a weird feeling. After you get done with a session and you're just like at the brink of like, man, I would rather die than keep going. If you haven't felt that, it feels so good when you're done.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a good feeling. Puts you in a better mood.
Well,
So yeah, I would
a
just
fighter. Wow.
Yep.
That's what's up. I didn't
I'll
think
fight
you'd say
you.
Yeah.
that. Get out of here, dude. You will grab all your sleeves.
Actually, I think remember the last video is like if you get 10 likes, we'll fight. I think I got more
Should
than
we?
10 likes.
That would be a good video. Ryan tries fighting Paco.
You guys already did
Wait,
that.
why just me though? Why not everybody?
I'm not fighting him.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
know.
a
That's
fool.
I'm not a fighter either. Like Will knows how to box.
I don't know how to box.
You said you boxed before.
Hell no.
Oh,
I did.
The Wing Chun. He did Wing Chun.
I did Wing Chun and yeah.
that's like
a type of
what is Wing
karate.
Chun?
That's
That's the fast one, right? That's like Ip Man.
Yeah.
yeah. That's the Ip Man one.
Damn, you did that? How fast are you? People who are
For
just
the audio
listening.
listeners,
tell
Will's hands went.
They went really fast.
It went
Like
so fast.
freakishly
On camera,
fast.
it looked like they weren't moving. That's how
Freakishly fast.
Yeah. I don't know. When the whole boxing thing happened, I was like kind of excited, but I was like, I really would like to do MMA, but like it's tough because I don't want to hurt somebody,
Yeah.
and at the same time, I don't want to get hurt. You know, like you get really messed up. But if that was, like I said, if I wasn't doing YouTube, that's something I always wish I had trained in at least.
That's why I like, for me, because I'm a terrible person, but I like hurting people,
What?
but not in a
Wow.
physical way.
oh,
like, that's
even
why I like
Even
worse.
worse, yeah, emotionally.
No, like in roast battles and stuff. That's why I used to like
Oh.
battle rap and stuff because it's fun. Just like
But that's not really hurting them because you're expecting to get roasted.
yeah, but it's fun. It's oh man, it's
You
nice.
like being the person that is like you got him. You like getting.
I
people.
like getting got too. Like if someone hits me with a good diss, I'm just like, damn, I respect that. I respect you for that. I'm a sadistic person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Definitely
thank you, Sky. Thanks for that. That's a good question. I like that one.
Questions. All right, this is from Madison Meme, or Meme. Questions you get asked a lot that you get annoyed by.
This one.
Go.
Dude, the question I get annoyed most, God, this one. Ooh. When people ask, where's Ryan?
For what? What do you mean?
Like if I'm just walking around and then they're like, oh, Paco, hey, where's Ryan? Or
Text
something
me,
like
dude.
that.
I'll let you know.
Dude, I like that question.
Yeah, text me. I'll be like, probably in my room.
That's what I say.
but
and I know I'm right.
Maybe in the kitchen.
No, I say at his house because I
There's
know
a 90-something% chance.
I'm
home.
right. Makes me
I'm
feel
so
smart.
so
introverted.
annoying. It's,
Why is that annoying?
because it's
If
just
people ask where you were, I would say, I don't know, maybe
no,
at
but
home
nobody
or-
asks you where I am. For
Sometimes.
me, no.
I've asked him, hey, where's Paco?
Yeah, but
and
that's
I'd be like,
because it's in our group.
probably late.
But for me, it's just like when you're trying to be able to do something on your own with your own type of branding
Yeah.
and stuff, and to always be constantly reminded of like, oh, where's Ryan, your boss, or the guy more successful than you, type of thing. You know, it's just like for me, I'm. Just like,
I'm not more successful for you in Twitch.
No.
Or other things you do or stand up.
No, you have such a platform that you're known.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that could be annoying. But now that you've said that it annoys you, you're gonna get it way more.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna ban everybody.
Okay. Well,
Don't ban me.
I'm gonna ask, where's Ryan? I made a Twitch just so I can comment and stuff.
I don't
I
think
might start streaming.
I'm trying to think of like questions that annoy me. Do you have a specific question that annoys you?
Where's Sean?
Just the opposite.
No, I mean, no.
I've
not
gotten
really.
that a lot.
Wait,
too.
what about Raiden? Did you get annoyed by that question a lot?
No, I don't get annoyed because I just don't answer it.
Well, you also don't look at social media too much.
Yeah, what do you mean? I look all the time.
What question?
I just don't always respond.
Oh, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah, I look all the time.
I don't know. I honestly cannot think of one like specifically that annoys me.
All right. This is from Vanessa, specifically to you, Will. How did you meet your girlfriend, Monica?
Oh,
Did you talk about this?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so. So we had a group of step boys, right? We talked about that last podcast before.
Two.
Last one with us.
Yeah.
And then Dom Dietrich. So when I was like 16, they started going to a gymnastics place, and that's the one that Monica's parents own. They own a gymnastics place, and it's really pretty common, or it's really fortunate for breakers to be able to go to a gymnastics center and work on stuff because you can work on flips, you can do stuff in a setting that you won't get super hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was like a big deal. So we started like going there, and then Dom actually started talking to Monica. Well, I think I was 16. I was really young.
How old is Monica?
They were
at the time.
I mean, she's only
She's a couple years older. Right?
yeah, a few years older. I was probably 16 or 17. So we were kids.
Yeah.
Right? And then so that was how she kind of like knew everyone, was like she started hanging out with the actual breakdancing crew.
Yeah.
Which was what Dom was in. And she was in their crew. She was in a way better dance crew than I was. And yeah, so that's basically how she kind of came into like our group of friends. And then many years later, they had like dated for just a little while and then separated, and then kind of we started going there, right? And then Dom went to LA and became superstar and became famous. And then we were luckily able to use her dance place, right? Because we didn't have that much money. We needed a place to practice. And so we started going there. And then I don't remember, it was like someone's birthday. We went out and we just kind of
Made out.
started talking. And then I was like,
Then
I
made
showed her some sweet
Damn.
dance moves.
Yep.
And then she was like, damn, son.
Damn, date me. Like that. Damn, will you date me?
That's exactly what happened. But
That's
that's
how she
really, it was
sounds.
just kind of like, she was in our group of friends and she was like super hot, supermodel. And I was like, man, she's way out of my league. Still is.
Shoot high.
And then I
kids.
was like, hey, and then yeah, just basically started talking to her, and then we became super good friends and became close. And then I remember before we started dating, because I remember calling Dom because I knew they had dated a long time ago, but I called him. I was like, hey, because I didn't want to, date someone.
Yeah, 'cause
like
you guys
someone
were
next-
friends
Yeah, we were
and-
all still super close, and I think you were actually there.
I was in the apartment. I was living with Dom when you called him.
Yeah, like I called Dom and said, I got something to tell you. Like, I started, I'm getting pretty close to Monica, and I know you guys dated a long time ago. Is it cool if I start, effectively trying to pursue, like, being in a relationship with her?
Mhm.
And then that's so crazy that you were there.
I was in the apartment.
I didn't even know you
because
then.
I remember when he got off the phone. You guys were talking for a bit.
Yeah.
Remember when he got off the phone, he just started laughing. He was like, dude, guess who? You won't guess who just called me. He's like, Will just called me, and he says that he asked me for permission to date Monica or something like that. And he
Yeah.
was just like laughing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know. I was like, did you guys date? He's like, yeah, we did, like a long time ago, or
Yeah.
something like that. And I was there, and now we're all connected.
Well, it meant a lot to me, because he was he's a really
Yeah.
close friend, and I wanted to be like upfront and be like, hey, I'm talking to this girl, and you guys used to date, so I don't want to be
Right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why I called and was like, is this cool, basically?
Yep. And that's the story of Will and Monica.
And that's the story.
How did you and Arden meet?
We
Whoa,
met.
whoa, that's not the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. At Yellow Paco. How did Ryan and Arden meet? Go.
Yeah.
That's the exact question.
That was my question. I tweeted that.
We initially met. Apparently, Arden has a different story, but I thought we met after
Podcast.
the fact on. Well, we're trying to get her on the next podcast when she comes in. Comes back into town.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
But we met. This is my story on the set. I seen a video when we were like, I was with Wong Fu casting Agents of Secret Stuff back in
Yeah.
like 2010, and I was going through videos and being like, okay, who would be a good tailor, which is the name of the girl in the short. So we're going through all these different people that Wong Fu kind of like auditioned or whatever. But apparently, according to Arden, I was there at the auditions and or the casting, and I do not recall that at all. I don't remember seeing people reading. I was never a casting person. I never, I wouldn't know how to do that. So I'm pretty sure I wasn't there, but she says I was. But supposedly we met there, and she auditioned for this thing. And I looked through the tapes, these different tapes, and I remember being like, oh, she's good. I want her. And that's how we met initially on that set. And we weren't dating, obviously. We were just working. And then it was after we finished filming, we kind of stayed in touch and we kind of started hanging out more. We weren't really dating, but basically it didn't work out. I think we both liked each other, but it just didn't work out. At the time, I think I was like not even 19 or 20 maybe, and she's like 24 or something like that.
Damn,
She's older.
exposing her age.
Or 23. I don't know. What's online? She was like older than me, and I can see from her perspective being the girl. And
Yeah.
this
Super
kid's
young,
not
yeah.
even. I remember like we'd go and I couldn't even drink.
Hey,
like,
tell him
alcohol.
the steak story, dude.
Oh yeah, and then the steak story.
Tell them the steak story.
Well, I want to bring that up when she comes on, so she can defend herself.
I was just thinking, I bet my story is way different than Monica's.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think that was how we met.
Yeah.
Not how we started dating. And then we got back in touch later down the road before a collab that we did. The romantic, no, it was before that. Before we got back in touch through Facebook before that, whatever. What was that video? Romantic,
in Vegas?
Romantic cliche movies or something?
No, it blows up at the end, and I say directed by Michael Bay. That video.
In Vegas or LA?
It was in Vegas. We were filming, remember in that shed, and it was like, she had the Cole figurines,
yeah,
Miracle,
Yeah.
I think it's a romantic movie one.
Something like that.
Cliché.
But it was right before that collab
Got it.
that we got back in touch. But that was like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's about it.
Nice.
Good story. I can't wait to hear Arden's.
So I know. So Paco, how did you meet your girlfriend? Why are you laughing, dude? We told our stories.
Oh yeah, dude. So she and I met. I don't have a girlfriend, dude. I wear Crocs.
You do have a.
I wear Crocs.
Are you trying to be private about this?
You bought them
No,
for
I don't
me.
have. I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, you're just what?
I just like. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
Yeah.
I wear Crocs though, so it protects my virginity because I'm a wholesome person, you know.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
wear Crocs. And they're camouflaged.
I have Crocs as well.
Yeah, I bought everybody Crocs.
Yeah.
Basically, Paco's still on the market, ladies. Right?
Is he though?
Or guys.
Anyway, that's it for today, guys.
Give me a sound.
I don't have any sounds ready.
Okay.
Penis.
Thank you guys for the Twitter questions. This is my favorite segment.
Yeah, I know. We wanted to do another segment in the future. I just don't know how to do it. I want to do like a radio show. You know how they do like prank calls?
Yeah.
But like really like, not just like your refrigerator, whatever, like really detailed ones. Like I really want to do that.
Damn.
There's been like, not that I want to get into pranks, but there's been this radio show I've been listening to here. And they do like these prank calls. And they're super, basically a friend will recommend, hey, prank call my friend. And they come up with these scenarios and they get all this information. So they really make it feel real. I want to do something like that. I think we could do it live too.
I think it'd be funnier though if we did it to other YouTubers.
Maybe.
Because then it would be people like type of thing.
Yeah.
Almost like a punked.
But we would have to get permission from the friend because that's how we would get the information.
Yeah.
It's harder to prank YouTubers because they already get pranked. Like a lot of YouTubers I know, that even me, like I don't answer any calls unless I know who it is. So I don't know. Just something that I was just trying to think of something else we could do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments what else we should do here. I just got the idea from that radio show.
Also, since we are wrapping up and stuff, we are trying to use Reddit as well. We have a reddit.com and then
Just started.
Yeah, nigahiga.
Subreddit.
Yeah, there's been actually some pretty funny posts in there.
Very funny posts.
Yeah.
I was like pleasantly surprised.
So yeah, check that out, guys. Be part
Twitter
of the
and
community.
Instagram. Twitter is at Off the Pill Pod. No, at Off the Pill.
Correct.
We gotta fix that, dude. That's confusing. And Instagram is at Off the Pill Podcast.
Correct.
And we also have mugs now.
And the subreddit is what's the subreddit?
Just nigahiga.
Boom. Got it.
So you can discuss like other videos as well, even though those get posted a little less frequently. But we are going to be part of that community and like interacting with you guys.
Yeah.
Probably going to do an AMA there as well.
Whoa.
I still don't know why that's just a Q&A, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But they call it that on there.
But you can be in your underwear.
What?
You can just sit there. You don't have to go to a place. You just sit in your PJs.
You can do that with a Q&A too, no?
Get them.
What? All right. Well, thanks again for listening to the Off the Pill podcast. I guess we'll talk to you next one, and hopefully it's Arden, maybe.
That would be dope.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when she finishes filming. So,
See you guys
All
next
right.
time.
see you guys next time. Outro song.
You usually ask a question while we're breathing.
I'm not going to. I knew you were waiting for something. I was waiting for someone else to step up.
Penis.
Peace out, guys.
That's how we're gonna end it.